Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, King Donnie, and welcome to Donnie's Thoughts, Season 2, Episode 51. Man, I know it's been a minute since y'all heard my voice, man, through the airwaves or digital waves or whatever the case is. It's been a minute. I want to start off by saying my bad. I had to take some time off. I had a career change. Just a lot of personal shit going on. I've been focused on my family, myself, uh, my my mental. You know what I'm saying? Your mental health is everything, along with your physical health. You know what I'm saying? So, I just been absent, and I just want to say my bad. You know what I'm saying? Just real quick though, if you notice, there has been a little name change. I now go by King Donnie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of aliases I could throw at you, but I'm King Donnie, and in this first episode, you're definitely gonna find out why. I mean, this is not the first episode. This is episode 51, but the first episode since I've been back, season 2, you're definitely gonna get an understanding of why I call myself King Donnie. But also, I just want to point out, I mean, 2025, man, has been a hell of a year. Everybody thinks they're a king. Everybody thinks they're a CEO. Everybody thinks they're queen, boss. Everybody real bossy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's a shot caller. Everybody's calling the shots. And that's just not reality. You understand? That's not reality for the people that's calling themselves that. And that's not reality for the people around them. You understand? Heavy is the head that wears the crown. And I'm pretty sure all you all have heard that and is real. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand, man. It's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Um, just real quick, this season is gonna be a little different. I got a little bit more structure, and hopefully it's better for you all because I'm doing it for you all. My goal is to not, you know what I'm saying, preach to you guys or anything like that, but just to start a conversation, create that positive back and forth, right, amongst the world. You know what I'm saying? Not just one particular community, you know what I'm saying, but for the world, you know what I mean? But it's something that I noticed, and this is why I'm speaking on this tonight about these titles, you know what I'm saying? It's something that I noticed, and although I'm calling myself King Donnie, I don't want you guys to get it twisted. I didn't just give myself this name. You know what I'm saying? I didn't buy a verification check. You know what I mean? I'm not just calling myself that because I got a couple of dollars or because I dress good or I may have, you know what I'm saying, uh a nice, you know what I mean, amount of uh I'm trying to be politically correct. You know what I'm saying? Um, I just may have a lot of different things, material things that I've acquired, and a lot of different kinds of people around me. You know what I'm saying? It's none. That's not why I call myself king. You know what I'm saying? I call myself king because I mastered my reality. You know what I'm saying? I crown myself king because I mastered my reality. And I want you guys to understand that. And one of the many things that I have been fortunate enough to do is change people's lives around me in a positive way. Not like, oh man, I hit one of my homies up with a brick, you know what I'm saying? Or I done pointed this girl to the nearest strip club. No. You know what I mean? I have, you know what I mean, planted seeds to push people in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? So they could better their life. You know what I mean? And for me, being in a role of leadership, that's what it's about. Not having a bunch of yes men or women around you, you know what I'm saying? Because they basically going to the highest bidder. You know what I'm saying? When you building something and it's based off of finances, you gotta understand that does not make you a king or a queen. Those people that's under you are under you for financial benefit, right? So they're gonna be, yeah. You know that's the truth. But the moment the finances go left, they gonna go right. You know what I'm saying? To the next kingdom. You feel me? Throughout all my research that I have done, you know what I'm saying? Google, you feel me? um, People that was following these emperors and queens and you know whoever was in leadership, they was to the death. I mean, look at Genghis Khan. All his concubines got buried with him. I don't know if they wanted to or if they was forced to, but it was a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm leaning towards they wasn't forced to because the motherfucker was dead. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know what I mean? Typically, motherfuckers be talking that shit, you know what I mean, right up until you die, but then you die. These motherfuckers is like deuces. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I'm just saying, he had to be doing something right, minus the killing of millions of people. This motherfucker changed the environment. He killed so many people. But that's another story. You know what I'm saying? But back to this. If y'all was, you know, listen, rocking with me when I did my first season, you know, sometimes I can get off track. That's why things is different. I done wrote some things out. So let's get back to it. All right, so I want to really have a serious conversation, right? You know, everybody really wants to sit on the throne until they actually are sitting on the throne. You know what I'm saying? The responsibilities of being in a leadership position, right, will drive most people who aren't ready for it crazy, right? Because I would like to think you might, you know, start thinking like, man, I got to do this. I got to do this for these people. I got to protect this. I got to protect that. But that's not what's driving people crazy, right? Once they get that power, right, they get to feeling like they better than everybody. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to listen to nobody, right? They get to doing all kind of extra shit, you know? Let me give you an example. It was this Roman emperor, Commodus. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say Commodus. That was his father was Marcus Aurelius, right? This dude, basically, he had a well-oiled machine. Like all he had to do was be an emperor, and the way like Rome was running at the time, it was automatic. But this fool get up in there, and he wanted to be a gladiator. I'm trying to tell you. And back then, being a gladiator meant you was a star. You know what I'm saying? But this dude was going about it in a nasty way. Like, he's fixing battles and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to get applause. Because back then, I mean, I don't even want to say back then because it's like that now. I mean, look at what people do to, quote unquote, go viral on the internet. They do some of the dumbest shit ever just to get you guys to like and comment. You know what I'm saying? And it be some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he fumbled the bag. You know what I'm talking about? He got up there doing all that dumb shit, fixing fights and whatever the case he was doing. He got up there, like I say, doing the dumb shit. The economy collapsed. His people, the Romans, turned on him. You understand? Because he was in there behaving like a fucking child. You know what I'm saying? A child wearing a crown. You feel me? And people weren't going for that. Nobody wants somebody pretending to be something that they're not. Especially when you're in a leadership role. We could say that about a lot of the politicians here in the United States. We could definitely say that. I want to say about, in my math, I want to say about 95% of the government are fucking clowns. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to give them some grace. I don't want to say 100%. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna say 95% of our government is filled with fucking clowns, right? But nobody likes that shit. So they got his ass up out of there. Now the point of me telling you that, if they willing to get an emperor, you know what I'm saying, up out of there, and he inherited the situation, he's supposed to be good money. Not saying his dad was all the way good money, but they was really fucking with his dad. So basically, he was just supposed to walk into the situation like, yeah, you know, I am my father's son type deal. He fucked that clean up. You know what I'm saying? So, once again, heavy is the head that wears the crown. And you could lose your head trying to wear a crown that doesn't, you know what I'm saying, fit you. You feel me? Ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? So I need you all to, you know, be true to who you are. You know what I'm saying? And it's a whole distraction. You know what I'm saying? That's getting people caught up, right? You'll have a motherfucker out here thinking that they lifestyle, right? They lifestyle is what makes them a boss. You feel me? Somebody riding, you know, they might own or they might be renting, you know what I'm saying? And either or, because it really don't matter, because half the motherfuckers that be like, oh, they renting them cars. Man, you paying what, 4,000-5,000 to rent a fucking car? I mean, that's still a lot of bread, bro. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but they could be owning them, they could be renting them. You know what I'm saying? But that don't make you a boss. But the amount of attention they get from the women, you know what I'm saying? The dudes, right? And you know, listen, right? A lot of people be out here saying women be groupies. But these dudes be real live groupies. Sometimes they be, you know what I mean? They be putting out the wrong message. You feel me? And I think it's wild. You know what I'm saying? If back in another time, if somebody would mention groupie, you would think, oh, woman, right? Not saying that's a good thing, but that's what the thought was. But now you mention groupie, you know, that's unisex. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if is this a word? Groupieing? These dudes be groupieing harder than the women, bro. That's wild. But anyway, so you know, they get these luxurious things, I'm air quotes, you know what I mean? And with that attention, you know, they get to really feeling like, man, I'm the one. You know what I'm saying? like like I'm that guy. But if I'm gonna be honest with you, and I've over my time on this earth, I done came across people, you know what I'm saying, who had a excuse me, who had a lot of power. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, they was quiet. You know what I'm saying? They was like quiet in the corner, observing everything. You know what I'm saying? Peeping the scene, like it was almost, methodical how they would move. You know what I'm saying? They had a agenda. And listen, when I say agenda, I'm not saying it like dark and mysterious. I'm just saying they had an agenda. They had a mission, a motive, whatever the case is. They had purpose, you know, whether they had people that was dependent on them, you know what I mean, financially, or if they knew this was going to be a good, if they make this move, everybody gonna eat type situation. But they was real quiet, really wasn't loud. You know what I'm saying? And we live in a day and age where it seems or it feels like, especially when you go on social media, that everybody wants to be loud. You know what I'm saying? That everybody's pushing this flashy, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting money 24/7. You bums ain't getting no money. I'm really the guy. I'm really the girl. I'm out here. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't on my level type deal. But lo and behold, you know what I'm saying? You got people out here, since we talking about like social media, you got people out here with 500,000 followers, 1 million followers, and they really be renting out a room in somebody else's house. You know what I'm saying? Are they really be out here bad? You know what I mean? They got some real bad habits, but everything's all right because they getting the likes and the views, right? They having those viral moments. So they go back to saying like, yeah, I'm a king. You know what I'm saying? I'm running this shit. You feel me? And the crazy thing is, and if you guys tuned in, you know what I'm saying, the first season, I'm Jamaican to the core, born in Jamaica. Big up, you understand? Me not tolerating nothing disrespectful about Jamaica. Nah. Listen, but big up to the yard, man. You understand? But I'm raised South Side through and through. You understand me? Chicago. You understand? And when I tell you, shit has changed. You got people that, and I don't like saying nobodies, but you got people that aren't in the positions that they claim, sending people dead the fuck off. Right? I'm talking about sending people off, man. You understand? Bringing them to a city that's full of hatred, right? It used to be half and half, right? But now it's just fucking hatred. You know what I mean? And it's probably like that all over the fucking globe because if not everybody, most people in the world are full of pride and they feel like they got a point to prove. They got to, what you say, stand on business, right? And that's fucking everything up, in my opinion, because nobody's really approaching these situations with decorum. You follow me? Everybody's not no one's thinking about consequences. Real shit. Don't nobody be like, oh shit, I might go to jail for the rest of my life. Here in this city, over the past year, you do not know how many young women have gotten killed due to gun violence. Whether it be, oh, I can't get that dude, so I'm gonna get his girl. I don't even think they really be them dudes girls. I think they just be in a photo op on Instagram with a dude who they don't know really into some foul shit. So they on his heels. They going through his social media, and they're like, oh, we probably get to her before we get to him, and she don't even know. She chilling. She sitting in the car. You can Google exactly what I'm telling you. Like Google females shot and killed in Chicago, sitting in the car by themselves. The dude not even around, right? And that goes back to what I'm saying. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Now, the baby girl done got caught up in some shit that ain't got nothing to do with her because she want to be around the crown. She want to be next to the throne that this dude done fictitiously built on social media. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't listen. When people be posting on social media, I don't believe none of it. I do not care how many money spreads you do. I do not care about your diamond testers. I don't believe none of that shit. Because if you posting all that shit and your inner circle, your inner family ain't that shit, and let's just say you are telling the truth, that means you are a fucking piece of shit. If your mama still stay in the projects, but you talking about you buying lamb trucks and eating lamb, and your mama still stays somewhere on the low end or fucking in the poking beans or in the Bronx or fucking in Inglewood out in LA, you a piece of shit. Point blank period, right? Because if you was really out here making moves, you know what I'm saying, and doing all this fly shit, your circle of people that you love and respect and all that shit, they will be doing well too. And I don't mean like, oh, giving motherfuckers, we're gonna exclude the moms and the fathers, because fathers are important too. We're gonna exclude them out of this scenario, because if you got it, they should already be taken care of. That should just be, here you go, dad. Here you go, mom. You know what I'm saying? But your folks, your people, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, your relatives, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I'm not violating anyone's, gang language. You know what I'm saying? I am not in any of that. You know what I mean? I just know some people use different terms, so I want to make sure I, you know, appease everybody. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't making sure them people good, right? By like saying, because this is in my mind what a king would do or a queen. You don't go up to nobody and be like, hey, look, I got some money. I want to just give you 20 bands. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't, in their mind, they ain't Yeah, it's like shit. You got it, so you giving it out. That's crazy. Nah, man, you got to put people in position to generate money for themselves, like real money. You feel me? Then once they get in position, they putting they people in position. You understand? But that don't happen. Like you see a lot of these rappers going to jail now, right? They're going to jail for various things. You know what I'm saying? But then they circle, right? All them people they had on stage and then the videos with them, they falling the fuck off completely. You know what I'm saying? Cut the head off, the body go crazy. Now think about that, right? And everybody could feel this. You know what I'm saying? And put this in perspective. Like if you just keep up with the entertainment world, which is also smoke and mirrors, uh, all them people that's locked up, they people is done. They falling off. They doing something strange for some change. That's because they was just hired to make these dudes, these entertainers, look good. You know what I'm saying? But now when you a king or you a queen or you a boss, you know, whatever it is, you put people in position to eat without you. Whether it's illegally or legally, that's not happening. You understand? Uh that's why, in my opinion, in my community, there's a lot of other things that, you know, put us in a messed up situation. But I don't believe we really know how to put people on. And I've said this before. Like, you can't go up to anybody in our community. And you know what? I believe this to be true. I hope somebody proves me wrong, but you can't go up to anyone in our community that have it or that's really out here getting it, whether it's legal or illegal, and be like, man, teach me. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me the sauce. Like, give me step by step how you did it so I could duplicate that and be in the same position as you. It's not going to happen. It don't happen on the internet. Everybody got an ebook for you to buy. Everybody got a class for you, a master class. You feel me? Nah, bruh. It's BS. You know what I'm saying? And and motherfuckers love to say the game is to be sold, not told. That's the game right there. You just make up some shit and you do the whole smoke and mirror shit, and then there you go. You know what I'm saying? You package that up and you sell that. And unfortunately, uh, 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 people buy anything. So, you know what I mean? That's crazy. But I just really hope, you know what I'm saying, at some point in time, uh, people change that thought process. Like, you don't necessarily have to be a CEO. You don't necessarily have to be a a boss. Cause I mean that's an illusion. Like if everybody talking about they a boss, they a boss. I mean, how does anything get built? If everybody's a king, who's gonna build the kingdom? Like we need builders. Matter of fact, who's gonna protect it? Cause if everybody, I'm a king, so they think that kind of shit is beneath them. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I said I crown myself king because I'm king. I done mastered my reality, right? But let me tell you, I'm gonna be the first to tell you, I don't mind following. Motherfuckers be, oh, I'm not a follower. Listen, if you gonna put me in a better position than I could put myself, right? And you ain't out here leading me astray, why wouldn't I? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I follow a good leader? You understand me? You People follow people that they don't even know. You understand? But if one of my comrades or a friend or whatever the case may be, if they got a plan and it's clicking to me, why wouldn't I follow? You understand? And I'm finna fuck the game up with this one. I follow a woman. To, yeah, I know, right? I think I just lost like half my half my listeners. But if she talking that shit and it's clicking to me, shit, sign me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand, man or woman. They let their ego, their pride, and whatever else get in the way of the mission. You know what I'm saying? Uh my homies out in LA, Compton. You know what I'm saying? They like to say the program. But that's what be happening. People be letting their egos and they pride try to get bigger than the program. You know what I'm saying? If you are in agreement with what I got going on and you're in a better position to quote unquote lead me to the promised land, yes, I'm gonna follow you, man or woman. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna play my position. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I need to do to help the vision get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And basically, I think men have a real problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wants to be the man. That's why nothing fucking works. You know what I'm saying? It could be one dude who got everything clicking. I'm talking about click, 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 everything running smooth, right? Everybody eating. And it's that one nigga. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that. But it's that one dude who's like, if I was running shit, it'd be a lot better. It always starts off, if I. You know what I'm saying? If I was running shit. Next thing you know, everybody indicted. You know what I'm saying? A couple of people done got murdered. You know what I mean? Everything, because that's all you telling yourself. Every time you look at that motherfucker that's running shit, got everything running smooth, you like, if I. Then you get to talking that shit to other people, right? You get to saying, man, yeah, he doing this thing, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like if I was, you know what I'm saying? Look, listen, an old school dude told me this, you know what I'm saying? From over east, as a matter of fact. We was in the studio. This was a long time ago. I never forgot it. He was like, when people start saying I a lot, they about to start lying a lot. Just remember that. You understand me? But everybody should really take heed to what I'm saying. Each one, teach one. Right? Reach one, teach one. I hope I'm saying it right. I'm not saying what I just talked about tonight is the answer to people, coming back down and checking themselves and giving themselves a reality check, you don't even got to listen to what I'm talking about, right? But I just want everybody to really come back down to earth and find a position that they could play, that they good at, and not get caught up in the facade of being a king or a queen, but really not like handling that shit. Really not moving like that. You know what I mean? Because I swear, it's a whole lot of kings out here and a whole lot of kings getting murdered. They not like I feel like that's the crazy part of it all. Like it's a whole lot of kings out here, but it's a whole lot of kings, a lot of kings and queens out here. You know what I'm saying? But they people be fucked up. Like they people really be out here fucked up in the game. But listen, I'm just getting back into it, so bear with me. I'm gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about it ain't been a couple of months. My real listeners know it ain't been a couple of months. It's been a few years. You know what I'm saying? Since I had to step away. So I hope this first episode y'all got something from it. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's gonna be a bunch of people talking about, oh, he a hater. You know what I'm saying? I'm a queen. I'm a king. Whatever the fuck. But I'm. This is me keeping it real. No, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Just like they be like, oh, you know, uh, I'm a African king. I'm an African queen. First, all y'all was not kings and queens over there. Let's get that straight. You know what I'm talking about? So that's a uh delusion. You know what I'm saying? Illusion, delusion, whatever the case is. All y'all was not that. You know what I'm saying? So quit trying to, make it put yourself on that level. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna talk about the diaspora at some point. Because listen, I don't like how that's going down at all. I was under the guidelines of, listen, you black, I'm black, we need to stick together. We need to look out for each other. Now, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, trying to exclude any other ethnic community. You know what I'm saying? But let me fly this plane for a second. You feel me? I was under the guidelines of we look alike. You feel me? So we need to stand together, right? Yeah, I'm over here, I'm different. You over there, you different. But we got one common thing. You understand me? We could learn from each other. But that's a whole nother conversation. I just been seeing shit that been pissing me off. But today's Donnie talk, you know what I'm saying, was about reality. Hey, listen, we all not kings, we all not queens. You know what I'm saying? We all need to learn how to play our position in this world. You know what I'm saying? No matter what ethnic group, you know what I'm saying, you come from, there's a position that you need to play for the betterment of the world. You know what I'm saying? And nobody is bigger than the program. Important, you know what I'm saying? I want to say the blind can't lead the blind. Somebody got to play the dog. You understand? I'm out.